it's Rhea. Wherever you are and whatever time it is, I hope you are enjoying yourself. So, I'm alive. So sorry for being gone the past month and a half. Things were crazy and unpredictable as usual, but before I fully elaborate on that, I just wanted to talk about like today's video and how things are gonna go. This is basically, well, first of all, it's an iPad drawing if you couldn't tell, which is fun because I feel like I haven't done really as much. I usually do like, I don't know, it's like I keep switching in between like digital art and traditional art, but I want to find like a good balance. But anyways, I'm just returning to like an old sketch page that I started of like different OCs and stuff like that. The first portion is just like me sketching everything out, so it's a little bit more sped up, but whenever we get to the coloring, I am gonna slow it down a little bit more. But overall, I'd say this is a pretty fun, chill time. Nothing too serious, honestly. If anything, I was kind of being lazy with the sketch page because I left a lot like unrendered, but that can be pretty nice every now and then. Like, it's good to just have drawing sessions where you work on things however much you want. Sometimes it's affected by subject or like the concept of what you're drawing or the time of day and the mood you're in, but in general it's nice to just like, you know, enjoy drawing. So that's what we're here to do today. It's a pretty chill time, so if you need a drawing buddy or some background noise, then I'll try to keep decent company. And since this is a longer video, I don't think I've done it too much before, but I will try to leave out a part without me talking. Just to save my voice and spare y'all of my yapping. So yeah, we can just enjoy our time drawing, because it's been a hot minute since I've really gotten into it, and this footage actually was taken back in March. If you didn't see the beginning, whenever I first opened my iPad, I was filming around March for this video, and I had meant to get it out during April, but that didn't happen because I got so freaking busy. Also, at the time I was filming, I got some boba, but look at that. You see how I left all of that boba just there at the bottom? I mean, I did force myself to eat it, but that's a huge problem that I have. Naturally, with the way that milk tea is and the nature of boba, with milk tea being a liquid and boba being a solid, you're gonna get more milk tea than boba. So oftentimes I'll finish my drink and then have a ton of boba left, and I'm just sad because I prefer to have it like consistently throughout the drink and maybe just a little bit of boba left. But I don't know. I know some people said to like put the straw, like puncture it on one of the sides, like the very edge of the drink, and then maybe that way it helps. But no matter what I do, it just seems like there's always a ton of boba left at the end, and I'm like, well, I spent 75 cents on this and I'm getting every 75 cents worth. So I'm eating all of it. It is kind of tasty though. I think I like the crystal ones the most. Like, the regular tapioca is pretty good, but the crystal ones are, if I had to force myself to eat them, the crystal ones are a little bit easier. I don't know why I ended up started talking about this. Anyways, so my OCs, I don't know if I want to get into them just yet, or if I want to get into them whenever we start coloring, but just know, if you're new here, I have a lot of OCs, and maybe that's why it's so difficult for me to talk about them. I kind of just talk about whoever shows up. I would love to make more cohesive like content for them, like reference sheets and like some kind of visual library where I put all of them together, but I've been wondering about that because I'm like, should I do it in like headshots? Should I just do like a almost like a school yearbook type thing going on, or should I do like a bust up? Because I feel like full body would be insane. Like, I might as well just do a reference sheet at that point, but I don't know. I will say though, I missed making YouTube videos, so I'm really glad to kick things off again. It was definitely not my intention to just like fall off the face of the earth, but is it ever anyone's intention? I mean, sometimes it's exactly what I want to do, but in this case, no, it wasn't, because out of all the forms of social media, even though I don't really like any of them, I feel like YouTube and making videos is the most fun that I have, because it feels a little bit more like, I don't know, it feels just like natural, like I can be a little bit more authentic in a way. It takes more work, of course, because it's a whole video instead of just like a post, but sometimes it can feel a little bit like, what's the word, like alienating with the way Instagram or like Twitter runs. I just like throw my art out there in the void, and I have to hope that it somehow appeals to the algorithm, because I'm not going to spend the time that it takes to like study each and every little part of how to please the algorithm right now. Who knows, maybe I'll sell my soul later, but for right now I'm just like, look, if y'all like it, y'all like it. If not, then whatever. I'm still like drawing and I still put in the work. So, but for YouTube it just feels a little bit more like casual and fun. And I also like weirdly enough enjoy video editing. I'm not sure why. It's actually a pain. It's such a struggle, but at the same time, I don't know, it's just kind of fun to like bring everything together. It's like a nice way to document what I've been working on and kind of just like talking about stuff, and I don't know, just the whole energy feels very laid back and fun is what I'm trying to say. So thanks for your patience. Thanks for like being here. It always surprises me when I'm like gone and people still subscribe. I'm like, what? Like, I'm so sorry that I stepped out of the shop. I'm back, but thanks for waiting for me, I guess. Also, even though there's not like a ton of comments, I feel like the small comments that people do leave really make my day. You guys are always so like chill and optimistic. Sometimes I'll work on something and I'm like, wow, that was like the worst thing I've ever done. And then someone's like, oh, this was like a great video. Love your work. Love your art. I'm like, wow. The world is healing. Thank you so much. It really makes my day. So, but yeah, I am back. Basically I was away because I had to finish a design course. I'm pretty sure I mentioned the fact that I was taking one like in one of my recent videos, or like several times by now, but it's over. I'm free, kind of, sort of, except I'm still kind of not, like, I'm free for the time being, but I'm also like still kind of gonna have to work again. So but for right now I'm just gonna try to use the time that I have to get back to my art goals, because that's first and foremost always the most important thing to me in my entire life. I just want to make sure that like I pay the most attention to art, even if like however much I can, basically. And that at the same time, it can be kind of hurtful because I realize how much I have to neglect it because of responsibilities and all that. And so yeah, because that happened last year. I was like, I did not draw much at all, not as much as I wanted to, and none of the things that I like worked on I felt like super proud of. All my projects took like forever to even get around to, and a lot of them ended up unfinished. So I just feel like that's my constant state of being as an artist in my life, and I find it incredibly frustrating. So, and every time I have to like come back to this realization, it hurts that much more. Like, I recently applied for an art opportunity, which is kind of cool because usually it's design, since that's my career, but there was something based for like an art studio type thing, and I was like, sure, you know what, why not? Miss every shot you don't take, might as well see what happens. And I'm still waiting for results, I guess. I'm trying my best not to think about these kind of things because I don't like to get my hopes up or overinvest in things if I can help it. But even so, like, just the process of applying, I felt so stressed and like upset. Not like, mostly just because the work that I want to produce, and like, how do I put this? It's like I don't have anything that really shows that I'm an artist in the way that I want to. And I know this could all just be me being like a perfectionist, which I always say it sounds weird to call myself a perfectionist because I feel like I associate a perfectionist with someone who, like, even though they complain about stuff, they actually produce really amazing work. I don't feel like that's me right now, at least not the second part. But that doesn't mean that I want to seem like I'm just super negative and like always insulting myself. I can be nice sometimes, I swear. But basically, like, applying for an art opportunity where they ask you for like an artist statement and they ask you for like sample pieces, like, I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing that I feel like I can show. I have pieces that I've worked on here and there throughout like the past few years, but it's such a small number that like nothing feels cohesive enough. Like there's like nothing. There's no base for me to pitch myself as an artist right now, and I find that very frustrating. And like, I don't know, I'm just like, dang, how do I get it across to people? But also because I have not always pitched myself as an artist, like it's, if anything, it's something a little bit more new, because I've always been like shy of admitting that and saying like this is the one thing that I really love and care about more than anything. So I'm still kind of like learning that. And that being said, all of this being said, I don't know, I'm just kind of realizing like I want to grow so much more, which isn't really anything new, but again, realizations, I guess you can call them. So I guess I'm in a little bit of an artist crisis, you could say, but I'm hoping to claw my way out no matter what. I think just simply drawing and getting the ball rolling again after it's been so long can be very healing. So that's what I've been kind of hoping to do lately. I've already gotten started on some things. I've actually finished wrapping up a like sort of side project that I've wanted to get done for a while, so that feels really nice because I was losing my mind. I was like, I have nothing done. All of this, I've been paying too much attention to design stuff. This is horrible, and I'm so unhappy. So I'm glad that I finally got something done, and I am continuing to work on art. For videos, I put together a list of, I feel like I always have these lists, but I always have to update them. Like a list of video ideas and things that I want to do, and I feel like I say this all the time, my list is so long, like there's so many things that I want to do, so content ideas are never an issue. It's just about like the time that I have and the energy and all the cards falling into place. But all of this to say that I'm glad to be back, I'm glad to be drawing again. I'll try my best to hold on to it as much as I can, especially drawing if not uploading. But actually it was crazy too because I was on a pretty good upload schedule for like I want to say almost a month, like a couple of weeks for sure. And so I felt like in my outro I felt confident to say like, yeah, I post weekly, and then like right after that post just everything went crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, please. But it all paid off in a way. All my hard work always pays off is what I have to hope for, so it's a nice trade, I guess. I got a design portfolio and things like that, but that's boring. I'm not here to talk about design. That's corporate, that's business. I'm here to have fun. That being said, we are getting to the coloring portion, so maybe I should explain a little bit about the characters now. So these two bunny characters, I created around, was it last year or the year before that? Where whatever year was Year of the Rabbit, because ever since the Year of the Tiger, I started creating these characters based off of the zodiac animals, and I just find it really fun. I meant to do the one for Year of the Dragon, that's still on the back burner, and obviously Lunar New Year is like ended on terms of like the actual holiday time, but who knows, I might still do it because a dragon OC sounds really fun. I think I already had one before, but I'm just, again, she's always making OCs for no reason. But these two were really fun to create, but I haven't really drawn them as much, surprise surprise, because I have 3,000 million OCs apparently. But yeah, really fun designs. This first one is kind of like, their weapon is like a giant hammer, I think, is kind of what I wanted, because I know Bunny Girl with a giant hammer has likely been done time and time again, but who says I can't do it as well, because I want to join in on the fun. That sounds sick. So yeah, neither of their designs have been really fleshed out, but I feel like this is a nice starting point. Like, this is what I initially started with. I tend to also use like the Lunar New Year colors as well in the designs, so I don't know if I'll keep that as time goes on or if I'll just change it a little bit to what I see fit, but I think for right now it works pretty well. And these two are kind of like a duo, almost like adopted siblings in a way. But the one on the right that I am probably soon to color, she's really cute. I love her design a lot, actually. I love the giant they're like space buns, but they're just like huge. Like, is Afro buns a thing? I don't know. But I also love the fact that her ears are like down, like the floppy bunny ears. Yeah, so cute, literally so cute. And I think her weapon of choice, I don't know why why am I giving these characters weapons all the time, is like, I would imagine her to be like carrying like a giant cannon gun, like a Gatling gun. I don't know. I don't know, but as you can tell, there's still characters that are like I'm fleshing out, but I still adore both of them, and I hope to draw them more in the future. They're very cute. And I hope to continue the Zodiac series. Like I said, I did start the dragon one, and for that one I actually did like thorough research about like is mythology the correct term for that, I guess? I guess just like folklore, maybe that makes more sense to say, about the dragon, at least from like a Chinese standpoint, because based on like the little research that I did, dragons do have different connotations depending on like what region you're talking about. I mean, that's usually the case with several different forms of folklore and mythology and all that, so, but I just thought it was really fun and interesting, so I really hope that that character comes to light soon too. Also, I may or may not have named this video something about 3 a.m. OC doodles, so if you saw at the beginning and you saw like the flash of the screen being at like 6:30 something p.m., then that's not clickbait, I swear. The second portion, like I split this up on terms of when I did it, that's why you see my nails change, because in the second half, I did this entire coloring section at like, I don't know, an ungodly time of night most likely, so that's where the whole 3 a.m. thing comes in, because I think at the end I like name it, like I write on the file like 3 a.m. doodles, and I'm probably like super tired and losing my mind, but I actually really like late night doodle sessions, or just like late night drawing. It's probably one of the most healing times because it just feels like everything's quieter and I am less distracted by everything. I can focus, and it's just like a secret bliss, a secret world that I enter whenever I get to draw at that time. So yeah, I don't recommend it on terms of like messing up your sleep schedule or ruining things, because I feel like I'm just like a naturally tired person. I've been dealing with that for such a long time. I did find out that I am apparently iron deficient, so I've been taking like supplement pills to help with that, but we'll see. I don't know. So far I still feel the same. So I hope that it changes something, but yeah, for right now I'm just a very eepy girl. And it doesn't help the fact that I'm just naturally geared more towards nighttime, like I'm just a nocturnal person, and the world was not made for us nocturnal people. The world was not made for nocturnal people, and it was not made for introverts, and guess what? I'm both of them, so it's just a great time all around. I definitely don't want to run into the forest and live away from society. But no, the process of like working on this was really nice. It was also nice to like revisit a sketch page, because my Procreate is like full of endless works in progress or like abandoned spreads or whatever, so it kind of can get a little bit disheartening. I'm like, wow, I'm just not finishing anything, and I'm just running away from the entirety of my art. But it was nice to come back to this and be like, hey, you know what, let's revisit this with fresh eyes and all of that, because sometimes you just need like a new approach, if that makes sense, or like a new mindset. And I don't know what mindset I was in when I first started this, but I was able to revisit it and just kind of like actually bring it to life a little bit more. I do think I have an older spread similar to this. Like, I have many spreads like this where it's just like sketches of OCs and like that's it. So it's nice to be able to come back and actually finish one. And even though I didn't put in the best effort ever, I think it was nice to just kind of play with it, because there's a lot that I'm trying to figure out right now in terms of my art process. It's kind of leading into the overall art crisis that I'm having right now, so I'm really hoping that I can like play around a little bit and figure things out. But oh, and the character that I'm drawing right now is an older OC goes by the name of 8 because they are a demon based off of an 8-ball, which is like, I don't know if, like, did y'all have those magic 8-balls as a kid where like it's like an 8-ball but it tells you like a fortune basically, or like it responds like yes, no, or maybe, or things like that. That's what it's based off of. I was like, it'd be really cool to have a character that's like a demon, and you know, and plus 8 is like my favorite number, or like my lucky number, so I haven't drawn this character in a while and I forget to draw them occasionally, but in general I think she's pretty like fun conceptually, so I'd hope to like think a little bit more about some of her characteristics, but I think for right now it's just kind of fun. She has a bob. Should I got a bob? I don't know why I gave her a bob. That's just kind of what happened. Is it a bob? I don't know. Maybe from this angle it doesn't help. I hate side profiles, so oh my goodness, I'm just never a fan of them. But that being said, I think I tackled them twice in the spread, so props to me for fighting through that, because I don't know with whose dedication and energy, but I guess I pulled through. And the character that I'm drawing or coloring now is I feel bad that I always call him Mira's brother, but like I've tried to think of a name for him like time and time again because I really like his design and he's really cute and precious. But Mira came first and I drew him to be his brother, so I just refer to him as Mira's brother. But he's so cute, and I feel like I really love how he turned out. And this drawing specifically, for someone who wasn't like going out of my way to make things look perfect, I feel like the way that I rendered him was really cute. And just the overall sketch of him is really cute. I want to draw him again. And I drew him in like this, I guess a little bit more formal attire. And kind of like almost like a butler or something. That's the vibe that it's giving me. But I would love to draw him in like a cafe type outfit because I imagine him to work at like a coffee shop or something, like as a barista. His overall personality is really funny in comparison to Mira because Mira is a little bit like pretty boy with an attitude, which is a trope that I love to I love to repeat. But I also love whenever there's a contrast, and so his brother is like golden retriever energy to the max. Like he's just such a sweet boy and he's just so helpful and cool and everyone adores him. Yeah, I just feel like, so I feel like he'd look really nice as a barista or like a server, waiter or something, but especially a cafe because I always like cafe themes. It's what like my own persona is based off of. She has like a little cloud cafe that she runs kind of, and so it's fun to imagine passing that trait down to my other OCs as well. I would also really like to draw Mira and his brother together, like just kind of hanging out casually. I wanted to do that for like winter time because I had started out January with like a cute drawing of one of my OCs, Prism, and she's like in the like with a snowy background, like this cute little winter outfit, and I was like, it'd be so cute if I like made these little OC drawings or illustrations for each month, but I just, again, another project or concept that got away from me. But I would definitely love to do that, and in the future, should I open up a Patreon, which I did mention before. I mentioned it like a little bit before, mostly at the very beginning of the year and the end of last year. I was like, oh, I should start a Patreon, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if I said it yet, like in another video later on, but that was way over my head. Like, girl, you don't need to be doing all that right now. Let's wait till we build up a little bit more traction and just in general get a little bit more comfortable with drawing consistently. And yeah, because I just feel like that'd be doing way too much right now. I think conceptually it sounds fun, but there's a lot of work, and unless I would see a good output, I don't think I can justify doing that right now. So, with that being said, a great idea for the future. Stay tuned for whenever. I think on terms of like my overall art goals though, I've probably said them before at the beginning of the year for like, oh, my resolutions, which are like ongoing because it's life and it doesn't really change just because it's a new year. It changes more like depending on what's going on in my life, But right now my biggest concern is just outputting like illustrations, whether if it's fan art or original. I would love to do some more original stuff on terms of like actual illustrations, but just doing some kind of pieces, because everything that I do is always some kind of sketch or whatever. So it would really be nice to like create bodies of work and build up an art portfolio, especially now that I have one for design. Hopefully I can neglect it a little bit and go back to art so I can create a thorough body of work for art and again be able to have that established artist feel. And then for like a goal on top of that, or sort of intertwined with that, is to create merch that I can eventually open up a shop for. But for right now, because I'm not entirely sure about how shipping works and things like that, I've just been focusing on more of the design production as opposed to like figuring out where I'm gonna get all this like printed or manufactured. The project that I mentioned finishing earlier in this video, I was talking about a sort of deep dive, not a full deep dive, but I looked into drop shipping sticker options, and I was wondering if you guys would be interested if I made a video about that, because I, for one, as someone who again doesn't really understand shipping and stuff from a business standpoint, I still have to like learn that and get that down, but I would love to make some kind of money off of my art, considering I want to do this as my life thing at some point. I was trying to look into options where there's like a vendor or third party that does the shipping for me as long as I produce the design. A very popular one is Redbubble, but I have looked into some other options as well, and now that my floral designs are done, I'm gonna go ahead and I ordered them actually. I've already ordered them I think yesterday. So yeah, hopefully I can make a future video sort of walking through the process of that, like creating the designs, making edits, going on the actual websites, and then just comparing and contrasting like what I got, like what the orders actually look like quality-wise, because even though there's a lot out of your hands whenever it comes to drop shipping, you want to make sure that like if you're going to tell someone like, hey, want to buy my work, want to support me, that it's actually worth the quality, I guess. People are getting the quality that you would want if you purchased from an artist as well. So I know that it's not all in my hands if it's third party or drop shipping, but I would like to, that's why I'm doing my research basically. So yeah, hopefully I can make a video about that soon in the future. Also, the OC that I am drawing at this moment, or coloring, I don't know why I keep saying drawing. They've already been drawn. This OC is Celeste, who's actually featured in one of my videos in the past. The one with the, I think the one marker challenge, or that was the one where like I used a colorless blender. But yes, she was the one that I drew. So this is what she looks like, I guess, with like her natural colors. Really cute cloud girl. Of course, my branding is so ever reaching. I love clouds in the sky, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, she's really cute. And again, I did another side profile and I was really struggling, but I made it work somehow, some way. I feel like side profiles are like, you can't just run away from them out of fear because you'll never get them like down. So every now and then you gotta just force yourself to do it. It's just like one of those chores. It's like cleaning your room. Like, you know it's best for you, even though it's a pain, but you'll feel better, hopefully, after you've done it. That might be a little bit easier applied to cleaning your room rather than drawing, because, like, at least if I clean my room, it's cleaned. But if I draw something and I don't like how it turns out, then it's like, wow, I just have to sit there and realize that that's what I put together, and not much can be done about that other than drawing something else. But it's okay, because in the same way, the experience that you spent drawing it goes into the next time you go to draw it, and that's what I'm trying to get at here. So draw your side profiles, or whatever else that you don't like to draw. Since I'm getting back into drawing again, I've been doing like a ton of studies. I feel like I keep saying this as if I haven't drawn anything in like a month and a half. That's not really the case. I'm just really dramatic, so if I don't get to draw as much as I want to, I feel like it's been 10 years and I'm starving for air and water and everything. But so that being said, I feel like I have to like go back through the entire like learning system again, and I often do a lot of studies. So I've been doing a lot of study warm-ups of like gesture studies specifically, so just drawing people really quickly on a timer. It's a nice warm-up that kind of gets you used to like different poses and stuff, or at least get your brain into like ways to capture forms really quickly and just get the overall idea of it. Anatomy is an ongoing struggle always, so it always helps to do gesture studies like that, but I feel like, I don't know, it just sucks because like as an artist you think, at first you probably think, well, you know, I haven't drawn in a while, but it can't be that bad. No, you literally forget how to draw. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You just forget everything, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, why? How can something I've done for like pretty much the majority of my life, how is it that I stop it for a short period of time and then all of a sudden it's like I just, even holding the pencil, I'm like, what is that? What am I doing? How do I do this again? How do I do anything? I don't even know who I am. So yeah, I'm just kind of warming up again and getting a feel for things, but I guess in a way that makes me excited. But I'm also kind of stressed because even before I had this like break in between, I was already feeling kind of uncomfortable with my art style in the sense that like I recognize that what I normally did before when working on an illustration, it feels weird to do now. And essentially that's like a way to know that you're growing, but it's also frustrating because it doesn't mean that you know the answer on how to fix it and how to like continue that growth. So I'm just sitting there like, I don't like this. I want to change it, but I don't know like what to do. I'm scared. Oh, it's such a struggle. Also, before I continue this thought about being lost in art, the character that I am drawing now is Phrase. It sounds like phrase as in like strawberry in French, but it's spelled like Phrase. So like a phrase that you would say. She's really cute. Love her. Great girl. I've had her as an OC for quite some time now, and she's just so pretty and cute, and she's like paired with Zore all the time because they're just pretty girls being girls together, being in love, being happy. Love that for them. But yeah, the only thing is with this drawing, like it came out a little bit more odd than the reference that I was using, because some of these I used references from Pinterest, but some of them I figured were like simple enough to kind of just wing, and you might be able to tell, I don't know. But for this drawing specifically, I feel like the angle, it's hard for me to draw like that sort of angle where you're tilting your head up a little bit and like the chin, and so I don't know, it just looks kind of weird, and like her face, her facial features look kind of odd, and it was just a thing that happened, and I just had to keep going because like what can I do about that? That is one of the benefits of a sketch. It's not really committal, so if things don't turn out great, you can just shrug and keep drawing because that's just how it is sometimes. If you want to fight it, you can, but I wasn't trying to fight it. I tried and then I gave up. So, but she's really cute. I love all characters with pink hair usually, or at least I have a natural attachment to them because I think it's just so cute. I love it so much. And I especially love the way her hairstyle is. It's like this, the way that like the two braids go to the side. I don't know. She's just so adorable. But I don't really like how this drawing ever came out, to be honest. I feel like the reference made more sense rather than like whenever I drew it. But that happens. For the character next to her, to the left, you're gonna see whenever I color him in. It's a guy named Hadrius. Love him so much. I haven't really drawn him other than right here, but he's pretty and angry. Again, it's a trope. It's just a thing that I like to do apparently. But I hope to draw, like I just want to draw all my OCs so much more, but I have so many of them and I'm still trying to get back into drawing to begin with. But we'll see. I would really like to figure out some kind of way to like make a reference sheet or like something where I can introduce my OCs to you guys, even if they're still a work in progress, because realistically OCs are always like a work in progress until you like make some solidified web comic or something. I don't know, but I'll tell y'all if I ever make like an official like story with them. But until then, let's just assume that I can be changing whatever I want. So yes, but Hadrius is really cute. Love him. I feel weird calling him cute as if he's not like a gladiator type character. But he's pretty. What can I say? And then the last character that I will color pretty much towards the end is, so I mentioned before that I've been drawing like these Chinese zodiac characters, like based off of whatever animal it is. And so she is based off of the Year of the Tiger, and I was born in the Year of the Tiger, so I just love her so much, and she's really cool. And she's a cat girl, because obviously. And yes, so she's gonna be the last character that I draw. I don't even think I have a name for her. Just know that she's cute and she's feisty, and that's all. But let's see. I said I wanted to leave some time in for like silence, so maybe in like 5 minutes or so I'll leave in the gap for like the last 10 minutes to be fairly quiet, aside from my outro that I like to do. But what else do I want to talk about? Oh gosh, can you guys talk? Can you tell me like what you've been up to actually? In the past month, how have things been going for you? I know some people are probably like graduating, like college and stuff, or high school maybe. If not, you'll probably be doing that soon since it's May. But wow, it's just so crazy to think of. I didn't graduate in the summer, but I did graduate in 2020. It was just at the very end. So it's really weird to think that it's been like almost 4 years since then. We don't have to talk about it. It's okay. No one has to talk about 2020. But oh my gosh, what an interesting time, and what an interesting series of years since then. But regardless of what happens, I'm just gonna keep going and do what I like to do. Keep the energy, keep drawing, sharing the art, sharing the vibes. Yeah. Was there anything? I feel like I should be saying more, but I'm so sorry. See, this is what happens when I stop making videos for a while and stop editing. I like forget how to speak or voice any cohesive thoughts. So thanks for like, I guess, sticking with me if you're still watching and just kind of vibing along to this. I try not to be this nonsensical and like unplanned, unrefined, I don't know. But I just put down my script after the first part and I just started winging it, and this is what you get sometimes. So let's hope that as I continue to get back into posting again, that it all falls into place and I'm like, yeah, I got this. Welcome in. Hi. But yeah, one more thing, I guess, or to return to what I was talking about earlier, is about my art process and all of that. I think all of this would really help if I just kind of take a step back and, you know, maybe take some time to look at other artists that I like. It's something that I've been meaning to do for a while actually, but I have at least 2 chunky art books of a bunch of artists in there that I would like to look at, and I feel like looking online, like on Pixiv, on I guess even Instagram or Twitter, just exposing myself to other artists, and maybe like especially looking at process work too, because right now I'm not really feeling the line art thing. I've been feeling more of like a painterly style for my process, and I've been feeling that way for a while. I'm just, each time I get like scared and I don't really know how to like execute it, and also because I'm working more with Clip Studio Paint now, in addition to Procreate, I'm trying to navigate like the differences and the different brushes that I have, and just overall trying to work things out. So there's a lot that I'm I guess in the middle of. There's a lot that I'm reshaping. I feel like I'm basically reshaping myself as an artist right now, and so it can be a scary thing, but I feel like overall it's for the best, and I don't really know what else to like say. Sorry, my my thoughts aren't really cohesive this time around, but basically I just hope for the best, and I'll continue on, and I hope to figure some more things out as I continue on. But yeah, until then, I think most importantly I should just relearn how to have fun with art and really enjoy it, and hopefully find more artists to like befriend too, because because I don't really advertise myself out loud, especially in person as an artist, it's not really often that I come across other artists, or it's like I'm shy to interact with them. But I don't know, I've been trying to like push myself more to like go a little bit more outside my comfort zone, so we'll see. But until then, I hope you are enjoying the journey along the way. Thank you so much for your support and your positive energy, and I really hope that I can continue to blossom and grow into beautiful things, and that those beautiful things also can trickle into your life as well, some kind of way. And I feel like I need to stop talking because I'm just I wasn't prepared for this role, okay? It's good to be back, but goodness. Anyways, I will cut the break here, so I'll see you in the outro, and I hope that you enjoy the silence and that you are hopefully having like a fun drawing time in the meantime, or just a watching time. I don't know. Okay, see you. Okay, it looks like we're about to wrap up soon, so I will show like the time lapse and things like that, but that is pretty much all from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me draw my OCs at ungodly times of the night, and hopefully you had a fun time too. Let me know if you guys drew something while you were watching, or if you were just kind of vibing. Or if you have any comments on my OCs. Definitely not the last time I'm gonna draw them, but I do also plan to get into some fan art again as well. But yeah, I had a fun time, and I'm very glad to be back, so I think that's all for now. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed your time here today, please feel free to leave a like. If you're interested to see more of my content, you can always check out my other videos and subscribe. For reference, if you're new, I am Rhea, or Etheria, and I like making art and art-related content on my channel. I do try to post weekly videos, but if you'd like more timely updates, you can always check out my other social media linked in the description or also at the end of the video. And we're so back, so it's time to catch up on lots of exciting content. But until next time, once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I wish you a nice rest of your day and or week. Take care.